I'm Maxson.
Hi, I'm Heejin.
And today we're going to do a video about controversial bus enthusiast behavior in Singapore.
Yeah.
Now a quick note before we start, right? This video will cover only the questionable and controversial things that bus enthusiasts do, but things that are outright wrong like bullying, stealing or trespassing will not be included in this video. So if you do any of those, right, just don't get caught lah. And if you get caught, know how to talk your way out.
Yeah.
So with that, let's move to the first behavior. Punking the electronic display sign at the front of the bus. So you may be wondering, what is punking? Well, punking is a Singaporean bus enthusiast slang for getting the bus captain to change the electronic display sign, which is that orange color LED board thing at the front of the bus, to a service that the bus isn't currently on. The bus enthusiasts will take pictures of the display and then share it with their friends. So an example will be Service 11, which does not have any double-decker buses. A bus enthusiast may find a double-decker bus and request the bus captain to change the display to 11 because it's something that you don't see during normal operations. There are some bus companies who are very strict about this, and in the past I heard that some bus captains actually got into trouble.
Usually they do their best to protect the identity to avoid the bus driver in getting into trouble, such as blurring out registration plates. Also, they also blur out the windscreen in front here. Then basically, I feel like if you want to do such things, you can, but make sure to do all these precautions as well. So it will prevent the BC from getting into trouble for all these things.
So I guess if you really must, right, take the precautions to ensure that the bus captain's identity is not compromised, so that the company won't be able to identify and take action. And now, moving on to
Divider! Oh my god, divider! Very scary, that divider.
So yeah, basically that is standing on the divider in the road to take photos or videos of buses, which is something I admit I do quite often.
Me too.
So opinions are pretty divided on whether this is a good idea or not.
Nice pun. If you say the thin small ones with the white marking and black marking on the side, those that are just good, big enough for your feet only, don't stand there, please.
I think what he says is true. You have to see for yourself whether is it safe or not. Those very thin ones obviously don't, but some dividers there is space to stand on, and it really depends on how much you want the shot, but also you have to be careful of your safety.
Exactly.
Being mindful is everything.
Safety is number one in bus parking. You don't want to see anyone get run over by anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for me personally, I feel that I can distinguish when it's right or not right to stand on the divider. Just use your common sense to judge for yourself if it's safe to cross the road or not. Obviously, look both ways and all that.
Yes.
And next, we have asking the passenger service office at the bus interchange for bus timings. This one, you want to do it, right? Just know that they are not actually paid to help you like that. So if they help you, it's out of their own goodwill.
Yeah.
And if they don't help you, don't be upset about it.
Yeah. I've seen people when they ask the PSO and they don't give their timings, they start throwing a fit. It's quite ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. They are not paid to help you find your bus. You look at it from another point of view, they might consider it as you're wasting their time.
They just don't do it. I wouldn't want to disturb them further from already a stressful job.
Exactly.
Yes.
Moving on, right, to the next one is rigging of cameos.
Oh no!
Okay, firstly, right, what cameos are in the Singapore bus community is basically an uncommon deployment. So let's say one service only has a lot of Mercedes buses, and then suddenly there's a Scania bus on that service.
Wow!
That is considered a cameo. So bus enthusiasts would like to document it for future viewing, just to a keepsake of the memory, of a unique memory.
Yeah.
Rigging cameos is when a bus enthusiast that has friends working in the bus company pull some strings, inside to get the desired bus to come on the service.
Oh.
Yeah, and people are not happy about this because they feel that they should let it happen naturally.
I feel like you will actually disturb the depot starters as well, actually.
Look at the...
Oh my gosh, the rain.
For me personally, I don't mind as long as got bus to chase or bus to video, I will just video it. Whether is it morally wrong to read Cameos or not, that is really debatable.
It is debatable. I also don't know whether can I say it's really right or wrong. I'm kind of in the middle.
Yeah. Same. Okay, we are back. The rain has finally stopped.
Yay!
And now is the moment you've all been waiting for. Bus interchange photography and videography.
Oh no!
Yeah, so if you're a bus enthusiast in Singapore, I can guarantee that you have been stopped at least once before at the bus interchange for taking photos or videos, right?
Yeah, 3 times already here.
I lost count already for myself. A bus interchange is essentially a public area. Anybody can go in and anybody should be allowed to take photos as they like. And to back this up, I actually have emails from all the 4 bus companies in Singapore, the police, as well as the transport minister himself, that says that we are actually allowed to take photos and videos inside the bus interchange without a permit. But there are limitations. For example, you can only do so while standing in the public areas. You're not allowed to walk into the bus park.
Yeah.
And you're not allowed to photograph any sensitive parts of the bus interchange.
Yeah.
So you see, even the transport minister himself said that it's allowed. So it's be like, okay, let me give you this hypothetical situation, okay? You want to modify your car to change your car's rims, okay? Then you write an email to the traffic police to ask them if you need a permit to change your rims. So they say you don't need a permit, okay? And you change your rims, and then one day you get stopped on the road. And the traffic police officer that stopped you say, no, you do need a permit, you know? So what are you going to do then? Are you just going to take it lying face down? Or are you going to show the letter that you have from the traffic police earlier that says that you don't need a permit? Obviously you will show the letter, right? You won't just sit there and yeah, okay, right? So some people say, you know, that we as bus enthusiasts should just cooperate with the security and all that, but I think that if you have the documentation to prove that it's allowed and you have the right to do it, right, you should not fight back lah, but you should stand your ground, okay? You know, what's the point of writing in, you know, if in the end you write in also, then if they ask you to stop, then you still stop.
Yeah.
But of course, right, that being said, we have to understand that these people that tell us to stop filming all this, right, they're just concerned about the overall security of the place. We shouldn't be rude to them, you know, because at the end of the day, they just want to keep everybody safe, which is not a bad thing, right?
Yeah. Usually for me, I will just cooperate. I usually wouldn't, if they told me to stop, I will just move. I will just find another place. It's okay, we still got time, we'll find another place instead. But because for me, myself, I don't bother emailing in, I just do my own, I'll just find other places to snap all these other photos that I want to snap. But at the same time, if you actually got right in, then maybe you want to like show them proof that you can actually do all this because it's your own basic rights, right?
Yeah.
So you can do such. So yeah.
Yeah, sometimes they even say, oh, you know, we don't recognize these letters or this. Then, right, for what? Got transport minister, the name over there for what?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah lah, but honestly, if you can try to avoid it, just avoid it. Because like in the end, why would you want to get yourself into this type of confrontation?
Yeah.
If possible, right, try not to. But if you absolutely have to, then just keep in mind that you might be stopped. And if you intend to do it often, then perhaps writing in might not be such a bad idea.
Yes. You wouldn't want to like unnecessarily waste your time and potentially lose the thing that you want to snap.
Exactly.
After getting stopped. So if you can try to find other locations, some places outside are really lovely, by the way.
Yeah.
Just beside the interchange. You don't have to be in the interchange all the time. Sometimes the background also matters. So for me, I'll usually find other places as well. So it's more of my preference, but sometimes if there's like emergency shots in the interchange, then I have to risk it.
Yeah, it can't be helped.
It can't be helped, but at the same time, if the security stops you, just talk with them nicely. Don't be so harsh on them. They still have a job in the end.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just respect them, you know, treat others how you want to be treated yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. And now for the last segment of part 1, complaining about bus operations.
Oh dear.
So it's quite common for bus enthusiasts to share online about their feelings and like certain gripes that they have with some transport operators and this is controversial because some people feel that you shouldn't do this, while some people feel that we have the right to say whatever we want. There's opinion that because you're an outsider, you shouldn't be allowed to comment on the internal operations because you are not inside. If you want to complain, why not you join, then you complain.
Yeah.
But to me, honestly, that doesn't make sense because let's look at the food and beverage industry, okay? It's also service oriented, just like the transport industry. If you go to a restaurant and say the food is cold, right? So what you're trying to say is that you cannot go and complain to say the food is cold. You have to go and apply for a job, work in the kitchen, and then only then when you work in the kitchen, then you have the right to say that the food is not to your standard, is it? It doesn't make sense to me. It's the same way, right, that you don't have to be a professional scriptwriter to tell me that what I'm saying now is rubbish. That is your own valid opinion, right?
Everyone has their own opinions, really.
Yeah.
All about transport operators, you can see that people complaining about other operators. Yeah, maybe they can take it as feedback as well. But then at the same time, it's just like you don't know what's actually happening in the background.
That's
still.
true because it's not. I will admit that it's not probably. I'm not in the transport industry but I feel that it's definitely not easy. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that we as outsiders don't see.
Yes.
But there are certain things that if we see and we voice out, right, it could be a valid complaint. But some people feel that you should just keep all your comments to yourself, which is not the case, as I brought up with that restaurant analogy. But that being said, before you complain about anything, right, just remember that there's really a lot of things going on that you don't see behind the scenes, and maybe just spare a thought for these hardworking transport people first.
Yeah, true.
That brings us to the end of part 1.
That's it.
Yep, so for part 2, do check it out. It will be on his channel. I'll leave the link on the description and we will see you there.
Bye.
Bye!